We'll do part 2 of this video now because the restart of the computer actually disconnected the phone Bluetooth and stopped that video, and it was getting a little bit long anyway. So this part 2, teslataxi.com.au, just shows you the premium connectivity. So the computer has done a restart, so we can now turn on the Google Map type view with our navigation, and of course that's nice and responsive also, and we can click through to browsing, and now we will actually be able to access the internet. As I was explaining in part 1 of this video, if you do book a Tesla through Sixt with our referral code, it can be as little as $420 for a 1 week booking depending on car availability, and they do give an amount of charging free with a company called ChargeFox. The problem there is very limited availability for ChargeFox charging, so if you're on the Charge PlugShare website, I should say here, and you want to select your different networks, you can select just ChargeFox and move to a country that's more appropriate for our market. The older cars do have a slightly slower web browser here. The newer vehicles, this is the 2019, the newer ones are a lot more responsive through the touchscreen. So just bear with me while I eventually navigate in to actually show you the ChargeFox chargers that you can get for free with the Sixt rental. So we're heading up towards the Gold Coast currently. And you can see here all of the different ChargeFox sites that you can gain access to. So this one here, for example. It's not a bad charger, but it is much slower than the one we're on today. So we're currently getting 400 kilometers an hour on this station, but that's actually around about half of what these stations normally deliver. There is just a bit of extra congestion right as we speak, whereas this ChargeFox site here will at best be delivering about the same, around 70. Whereas, as I said, this particular Tesla charger typically runs at about double that speed, so instead of 400 kilometers an hour, it's more around 800 kilometers an hour typically from this sort of state of charge. The fuller your battery gets, then the slower the rate of charge will actually be. So now that we've gone through all of this, we've got the battery up, so we're arriving now at the next charging station with 14%, which is ideal. It's always best to arrive with less than 20% to your next charging site, because that way you will get the maximum speed the car's capable of your charging. If you'd like more information about a Tesla rental, feel free to reach out to me via teslataxi.com.au. Millin is my name. You can also find me on Twitter, X, or LinkedIn. Thank you. Oh, actually, I did forget. I was going to show you the basic controls of the car. So, if you want to rinse the windscreen, you can just hold here, and that will activate the wipers, and will also activate the wiper control automatically. Likewise, with this same stalk, if you do want to activate your headlights, you can press back on that and it'll bring up the headlight menu. Of course, you can press that button and get all the same controls through the main menu navigation here. The other thing that's customized and new these days is this scroll wheel. If you press and hold here, you can actually get to temperature and other things through the actual scroll wheel, and change that to temperature or fan or whatever else you want as your custom controls through that left-hand scroll wheel. So this one should really be labeled by Tesla, and it should say media, because it's where you control the sound and what have you. So if we want to start or stop the music, change volume, it's all through this scroll wheel. And then this one should really say voice and speed, because this is how we change the presets for your cruise control speed and following distance and that sort of thing. So you basically got speed on the right, and media and custom on the left, and everything else is just through the main touchscreen. teslataxi.com.au if you'd like to know more about these vehicles. Thank you.